It's Anthrax right here on your Classic Metal Show with Bring the Noise, a song that they did way back in the early 90s with Public Enemy. And this is Neeley rocking with the Classic Metal Show. And speaking of Public Enemy, I want to bring on Public Enemy #1, Mr. Chris Aiken. What's going on, Chris?
Drinking, partying, ready to bring the noise, as they say.
Right. Well, tonight we've been talking about what we wanted to do on the show, and we're going to do a little bit something different tonight, right?
We are, man. We're going to get all political and shit.
Right. Well, we had a really good show last week. Before we get into talking about this show, I was, as you know, I'm the Spreaker keeper.
Yes, you are.
And I looked at the Spreaker, and we did 6,000 downloads this week.
Is that it?
What do you mean, is that it? Our average is like about 400 to 4,500 a week.
6,000, 10 million, whatever. We rule.
We do. But we had a good time last week. The fans really interacted with us, and they really brought it last week with our friend John from the Upper Northeast, and of course the regulars Tim James and Doghouse and Mr. Jeff Tate stopped in, and
sure.
We heard from Tom the Scott, and a lot of people checking in last week. But this week's going to be a little bit different.
Wait, before we go to this week, what about Angie Dawkins?
Oh, yeah, Angie Dawkins. I forgot. How could I forget?
Your favorite segment of the week?
It was. I listened to that 3 times.
That's so funny.
Did you listen to it?
I did. I felt bad for Angie. I mean, she's such a nice person to be subjected to, well, me.
Well, what I liked is that she answered the questions. I mean, she stayed right in there and took it.
Yeah, but I was really a dick.
Well, I think I asked some kind of pointed questions as well.
Yeah, but yours were in, like, the spirit of knowing.
Okay.
Where mine were just in the spirit of, how big of a fucking asshole can I be?
Right.
And it was very obvious.
Well, she didn't tune away, or she didn't hang up on us or get mad or anything. She just stayed right in there and, talked with us.
Nope, she is a good egg.
Right. So did she hit you on the Facebook this week for any reason?
She did not. I'm sure she has no reason at all to speak to me at all.
Right. Well, I did enjoy that segment. I did enjoy the Happy Time with Harry.
Yeah, that was fun too.
Yeah, that was a good one. I think I listened to that one twice this week.
Yeah, that was definitely silly and better than I anticipated. So Corey is coming, huh?
Yeah, no kidding. Well, this week on the Classic Metal Show, we've got 3 guests.
We do.
Yeah, we don't. Lately, we've either had one or none.
Which has been great, hasn't it?
Yeah, well, it's given us more time to just do what we do.
Sure.
Well, tonight, checking in with us, we've got, what do you want to call, founding member? I guess he is Prong.
Yeah, he is Prong.
And we're going to be talking to who, Chris?
To Tommy Victor, the lead vocalist and guitarist of Prong.
Right. He's kind of like the Blackie Lawless of Prong, or the Dave Mustaine of Prong.
Sure.
Without him, there would be no Prong.
That's right.
So Tommy Victor is going to check in with us, and that he's been on the show at least 3 times, I think.
I know he was on for Carved in Stone. I think he was on for the whatever that live record was that they did.
Right.
And now this time, do you think there was another time?
Well, I'm thinking that this is the 3rd time.
Third time? Yeah. He's a good dude, man. I actually know Tommy a little bit personally, and he's really a pretty good cat, man. So glad to have him back.
Sure. Well, also checking in with us tonight, a guy that we haven't had on the show. We've had his lead singer on the show, four times or so.
Okay.
We were going to check in with Dave Garcia from the band. Dave Garcia from the band Cage. Yeah. And he's got another band called Hell Scream.
That's right. Hell Scream is a side project with him and the lead singer of the band Imagica, which don't ask me that guy's name.
All right. So,
but it's a cool project. It's pretty much like Cage, really. I mean, it's sort of similar. So if you like Cage, you'll probably like Hell Scream. Right. So should be fun.
Sure, absolutely. And then last but not least, someone who we were trying to get on the show last year, but for whatever reason, he was just busy.
Yeah, well, he's too important for us.
Yeah, well, he's a busy guy. He plays in numerous bands. He's kind of a guy who gets the call when somebody needs a fill-in. He's got a regular gig. He does a little bit of acting on the side. And I'm making reference to our good friend, bassist Sean McNabb of Dokken, Great White, XYZ.
You're introducing him all wrong, dude. First of all, he doesn't do acting on the side. Sean McNabb is the star of Sons of Anarchy, and he's also in some other bands.
Oh.
Don't you know that?
I didn't know his name was Jax.
He might as well be. He's Sean McNabb.
Right.
What's his name on the show? Do we even know?
I don't think he has a name.
Does he not have it? We got to ask him that. What's his name on the? I'll bet you somewhere in there's a script name. It's probably like, Jose McRob your brother or something. He's got to have some kind of a name on the show. We just don't know it because I don't think they've ever said it.
No, I don't think he's ever had a speaking part, has he?
No, but he had one of the best parts ever, holding Clay in the chair when they blackened his tats.
Yeah, he stood there while Clay got his tats all blacked out.
Right. We got to ask him tonight, what's your name on the show so that we can address him appropriately.
Right, and he did get to sit at the table one time, too.
Yeah, last season he did. He was sitting at the table after the clubhouse got blown up.
Right.
They moved to whatever location that was, and he was right there at the table. That was awesome.
Sure. So Sean McNabb is going to check in with us. I met Sean the first time way back in 1996 when he was with Great White.
Okay.
And when they released my favorite Great White album, Let It Rock.
That's a good album.
And I met him there was a place down in Massillon, Ohio that they played. It was this little dump called the Flying Machine. It wasn't your Mitch's flying machine, but
it's a different flying machine.
It's a different flying machine.
Who would have ever thought that would be a popular name for a club?
Well, actually, that's the third one that I know of.
The Flying Machine.
The Flying Machine. There used to be a club over in Hartford, Ohio, along. Let me think where it was.
Yeah. Somewhere.
It was called the Flying Machine as well. So
why is that a popular name for a fucking club?
I don't know the answer.
The Flying Machine. Why not just call it the Airplane?
Well, this one, the one that I'm referring to, they had an old Huey helicopter up on a pole.
Okay.
And it was pink. It was a pink helicopter. It was called,
in the club?
No. It was
sign?
The sign, yeah. But it was an actual helicopter shell, and It was the Flying Machine.
The Flying Machine with the pink helicopter.
Right.
Pink steel probably headline there.
Sure. So anyway, I met Sean back in '96 on the Let It Rock tour, and that's the first time that I met Sean. And then the second time that I met him was when Great White was on the Poison tour.
Okay.
With Rat, LA Guns, Poison, and who was the third band? Oh, Cinderella.
All right, cool.
And he, I'd mentioned this to him before, and in fact, last summer, when I was with Dokken at the Kalamazoo, at the Wings Sports Arena over in Kalamazoo, the Poison tour had stopped there back in 2000. I think it was 2000 it was 99.
Okay.
1999. The Poison tour had stopped there at the Wings Stadium, and Sean at the time was still doing adult beverages and substances before he cleaned up his act.
Okay.
And he basically was out on the ice because it was a hockey arena, and he was basically out there skating on the ice with his shoes. So he went out on the hockey arena, was out there. We might have to mention that to him, see if he
remembers
that. But yeah, so I've run into Sean a few times over the years, and you and I have gotten to know him better since he's been in Dokken the last couple of years.
Well, sure. I mean, I think I met Sean once in Great White, but God knows, because I never cared. But really the only time I've really actually hung out with Sean was last summer at in Wisconsin. And I guess at the show that they played here in Cleveland as well. But I talk to him all the time on Facebook and whatnot. Sean's an awesome dude, man. He's fucking one of the good ones.
Sure. So anyway, that is our list of guests this evening.
Sure.
And being that there's been a lot of upheaval in the world of social media, I guess.
Okay.
You decided you kind of wanted to steer the show in maybe a cringeworthy fashion.
Yeah, tonight's going to be one that people are either going to listen to or just turn off early.
Right.
It's just that simple. We're definitely going to talk race tonight. There's no two ways about it. No secret. The big story this week is the owner of the whatever team, the Clippers. Running off at the mouth in his house. Nigga this and nigga that, and doesn't like black people and blah blah blah. And, we're definitely going to talk about that. And then I found some other racially charged stuff to go with as well. I figured we'd go with something a little bit different tonight, and we'll see if people want to stay around or not.
And we'll do a little analytics, if you will.
Yeah, we'll talk about it and give our spin, and we'll see what people think.
Sure. So anyway, that's kind of what we're doing here on the Classic Metal Show tonight. As I said, we got the 3 guests, and then we're going to kind of take the show in kind of a interesting, weird direction.
Yeah.
Only because it's been a racially charged week in the news.
Yeah, it's been racially charged in the world, so why not bring it here, right?
Sure. We might as well put the white boy spin on it.
That's right.
I'm happy to be a cracker. What's up, cracker?
What's up, cracker? What up, bro?
Nice. So anyway, if you're listening to the Classic Metal Show, you can join us in the chat room. Just go to chatandkill.com, chatandkill.com. Just spell it out and jump in there, sign in with your Facebook name or your Gmail name or your Google Plus or Chatwing or, your Twitter name or
any of that.
Takes any of them. So you don't even have to have a special sign up to get in there. If you have any one of those social media outlets, you can just sign into the Classic Metal Show chat room.
Yeah, even you can, Diamond Ryan, you stupid fucking douche.
I was listening back to the whole thing at the beginning of the show last week about talking about shilling your book.
Okay.
And how he kept asking if Mikey was Jewish because he wanted to try to make some kind of a stupid joke.
Diamond Ryan is just the worst. Is he not the worst guest, the worst listener we have?
I don't really pay that much attention to the chat room, so I'm going to be honest here, I'm only basing my thoughts on the infuriation that he brings to you because of his stupid comments.
Yeah, I wish he wouldn't listen. Honestly, I wish he would go and listen to Talking Metal or Eddie Trunk or D. Snyder or anything else. I hate Ryan.
Right. Well, maybe he and Mark Nero can start their own radio show together.
Yeah, the Douche Show.
Yeah,
featuring Mark and Ryan.
How about the show I hate to listen to?
Fighting the Haitians with Mark and Ryan.
Right, there you go.
2 douches on the fucking mic.
Right.
Ugh, hate them.
You know what would be funny is if Ryan contacted Mark or vice versa, and they actually did that, and they got some kind of a stupid radio deal.
And that would be the way it would work.
It would too. It would work that way.
They'd get a multi-million-dollar deal with Sirius, $8 million to do the fucking Douche Show.
Right. Exactly.
I don't even know why I hate Mark so much. The guy wants to like me.
Yeah.
But I fucking hate him.
Yeah.
I don't get why.
I don't know either. Maybe you're just full of hate.
Could be. Rich with hatred, as they used to say.
Sure. All right, dude. Well, you got anything else before we go to get into some tunage here?
Nah, let's just play some tunes.
All right. Anything you like to hear?
Night Train by Public Enemy. I'm all raced up tonight.
Night Train. Not the Guns N' Roses version.
No. You know that tune?
Yeah, no. Of course not. I don't listen to that.
It rocks. You want to hear?
Sure.
There we go. You don't think the fans would like that?
Well, the only part I recognize is the beginning of Spinning Wheel by Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
Don't you think we should play all rap tonight?
I don't know.
No?
No.
It's a good try, though, right?
Sure. All right. Well, how about if I play Night Train by Gun? Oh, I tell you what. Since we're in a racial mood tonight,
yeah,
let's play Guns N' Roses, "One in a Million."
All right, that'll work. And then follow that up with some fucking Living Color.
Okay.
There we go. We'll try and keep it as black as possible tonight.
Right. All right. Well, join us in the chat room, chatandkill.com, and well, here it is. This is Guns N' Roses with "One in a Million" exclusively here
on your classic metal show.